I need your permission because sometimes I have to sit due to my age. Due to my age.
It is your class.
Because that's why that sometimes I go back and sit. Sorry about that. I do not like to sit, but sometimes I am like due to the drugs and plenty of drugs I'm eating. And many things. Okay. Let's start with the circulation. I want to start by this that when cathedral cell comes to join with the maternal cell and a cell joins with the ovule and makes 2N chromosome cell. Yes? And this 2N chromosome cell is going to be you, is going to be me. Is going to create a new person. Yes, everybody has created that. Therefore, this beginning of everybody is this one cell, which part of that is from mother, part of that is from father. And they join to each other, and this cell starts to develop. When it starts to develop, they divide mitotic system by the mitose system. You know that mitose, you have to find out the dividing system, mitose and meiosis. Yeah? And this one is mitose. Mitotic division starts and 2, it's that bigger became 2, 4, 8, 16, something like that, and it develops. By this development, in the beginning of this development, it becomes like a strawberry at the first it's like a strawberry. You know, everybody knows this. The name of the strawberry is Morola in the Greek, ancient Greek. Therefore, it is becomes Morola and then Gastrula. This is the different way that this comes to become a person. At 14 days of the pregnancy, 14 days, the number of the cell is too much, the number of the cells is too much that diffusion cannot give enough nutrition to that cell. Simple diffusion cannot, the deep cell, there is a ball of the cell, the deep cell cannot get the nutrition. Therefore, the primary, very, very primary vessels start to develop and very primary heart start to beat to nutrient these cells that need to be. Therefore, I can say that from the around 14, 15 days of the starting creation, our heart starts working. The only that the mother doesn't know that she is pregnant. There is nobody knows that she is pregnant because in the 15 days is the beginning of the next period. You know that the 15 days after pregnancy, because the ovulation is the middle of the 15th day, and this happens in the 15 days of the ovulation, which means that it is the starting the next period. And due to this cell goes to the uterus, that sits and the uterus, there is a small bleeding that mothers suppose that it is the next period. But actually, it is the beginning of the pregnancy. Therefore, at the 15th days, 16th days of our creature, our very, very small heart started working. And this is working, and by developing, it develops, and the vessel is developing, and so on. Okay? Therefore, the cells starting to develop, and in somewhere, a man that we don't know who, a person we don't know who, by the mechanism that again we don't know how, orders to the cell that you go to make the skin. Your duty is making the muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Your duty is making the GI. Your duty is making respiratory system. Your duty is making the bones. Your duty is the immune system. Therefore, each cell have the ability of producing a whole person because they have the whole genome. Because the division is mitotic. This cell, all of these cells, which are in this fetus, can produce a new human. Even now, each of our cells, your cells, we are developed, have the enough data for producing again new Karimian, new of you, new of you. Because there is data in there. Therefore, when I order you that you go to make for skin, you are going to your library, to that part of the library that the books for the skin is there. And you start reading and producing the skin. If I order to this man, you go and produce a muscle, he goes to his main library, but the part of the muscle part, and develops muscle. If I say to this lady that you have your duty is to making, for example, respiratory system, again, it goes to the genome library, but which part? That part which is the respiratory system, genome is existing there, okay? Therefore, by this situation, human is going to develop and develop. Why this developing by this situation, this system is going on? Because the cells are, all of the cells are alive system. You are alive, you are alive, you are alive. And each cell should get his energy by its own. You have to get your energy by yourself, you have to get your energy by yourself. I have to, everybody has to. Therefore, you cannot borrow energy for anybody. Because please give me some energy, I need some energy, therefore please give me some energy. You cannot borrow any energy. All of the cells should get their own energy, but they send themselves. In the nature, how do we get energy? How the energy can achieve it? Please tell me, how do we can get energy?
By food? In main life?
Nutrients.
No life?
Yes, energy.
Nutrients.
What is the mechanism of getting the energy?
ATP? Gas relation?
Burning.
Burning.
Burning. Burning is the only way that is. When you want to cook, you have to burn. You need the energy. You have to burn the gas and oxygen and gas cooker. If your car wants to go, it needs again energy. Gasoline, petroleum, oxygen, and a system for energy. Everywhere, you want to get one heat, warm, you have to get the energy from the warmer. Any system in the nature, any system, sorry about that, I am sitting. Any system in the nature should, for getting the energy, is going on to burn, and for this burning, we need three systems. 1, fuel, 2, oxygen, 3, a system for which this action is done. The system is there. This is the same in our body. In our body, for getting the energy, we have to have fuel, we have to have oxygen, and we have to have an apparatus for producing this energy from the burning of these two. The apparatus that is producing this action is what? In our
Gas
body?
relation tract?
Mitochondria.
Mitochondria.
Mitochondria. Sorry. The mitochondria is only apparatus that, you know that the mitochondria comes from our mother. The father doesn't give, our father doesn't give any mitochondria to us. Our mitochondria comes from the mother part of the cell. Mitochondria. The only part which is constant in the nature is the mitochondria. Our mitochondria, your mitochondria comes from your mother, everywhere. Therefore, there is no variation in the mitochondria. There is a different variation in the other, in general, but the mitochondria is not very variation. Anyway. Therefore, the mitochondria is stop the energy producing in our body. But for working needs to what?
Oxygen.
Two things. One, fuel. Two, oxygen. For producing energy, I told you, you need fuel and oxygen and an apparatus. When your car doesn't have any petroleum, you cannot do anything. When you want to cook, but you have the cooker, but there is no fuel, you cannot do it. Therefore, cooker can cook
No.
because of the getting the fuel, getting the oxygen. In lack of the oxygen, they cannot do anything. In lack of the fuel, then they can. Therefore, this set for getting the energy needs this tool. Okay? Therefore, the order man says that the GI, your duty is to produce the fuel for all of the cells from the what you eat. Therefore, GI gets the protein, amino acid, and everything, and take it as a fuel, give it to blood, goes to the cell. Okay? This is the GI duty, gastrointestinal duty. To produce the fuel for all of the body cells, even for itself and other cells. The respiratory, that man says to the respiratory system, your duty is to produce oxygen for all of the body and yourself. Okay? Therefore, this apparatus produces oxygen for all of the body. This apparatus produces food, nutrition for all of the body. But there is a problem. The oxygen is here, the fuel is here, the cells are all of the body. Who can take this?
Circulation system.
Who can take this fuel and oxygen to the other cell? Therefore, that man orders to some other cells that your duty is to make road in all of this country. Your duty is to make road to all of this country. Therefore, each of us have 100,000 kilometers of the vessel blood vessel. 100,000 kilometers, not meter. 100,000, 100 million meter. Most of them are the capillary, but there is, each of us have the 1,000, 100,000 kilometers of the vessel, which these are active, these are alive. It means that by increasing 1 kilogram of our body weight, 3 new kilometer blood vessel will develop. By each 1 kilogram increase in our body weight, 3,000 meters, 3 kilometer new vessels.
Then 8,000. 1 in every 200.
I apologize.
Will develop, okay? And this is the opposite is true. If you lose 1 kilogram of your body weight, this 3,000 kilometers will gather, will take off. Therefore, in our body, 100,000 kilometers blood vessel develop. Even there is no any cells in this body in every which it's to be far from of nearest vessel or capillary more than 3 micron. the highest distance for the nearest capillary is 3 meters. Therefore, to near, there is capillary comes to near all of the cell, every cell in every body. But still the same problem is still. Who should take this blood? Who should take this oxygen and fuel to the cell? Therefore, that man ordered to some system that your name is blood, and your duty is coming to here, getting the oxygen, coming to here, getting the fuel. You know the fuel, what's the meaning of the fuel? It's glucose, amino acids, fat, proteins. This is fuel, our body's fuel. Fuel, everywhere is different. You see, the fuel in the airplane is some other kind of the fuel in the diesel, other kind of your car, other kind of your stuff. You know that. But all of them is fuel. The fuel is fuel. What they make different. Okay? Therefore, the blood is responsible for coming to the lung, say that give me the oxygen to me, and comes to the GI, says that they give your fuel to me. But this truck should need a motor, a system, a driving system. This truck doesn't want to go anywhere without driving system. What is the driving system?
Results?
Heart. Therefore, the blood truck with heart motor driving in the blood vessel and gives the cells oxygen and nutrition. And also gathers the garbage. You know, you say, what do you need? You said, I need oxygen. Here you are. What do you need? Fuel. What kind of the fuel? You say that glucose, amino acid, fat, cholesterol, triglycerides, here you are. And give me your garbage. Give me your garbage. What do you have? Uric, acid uric, acid uric, CO2. This is your garbage.
Yeah.
This is your dust. This is your garbage. Therefore, this blood system comes to you and gives to you what you know and clean up your area from the uric acid, from the urea, from the CO2, and takes them back then to the systems and return it back to the liver and respiratory system and clean up. This blood do other works. Take the temperature, regulate the temperature you need. Somewhere temperature is high, somewhere temperature is low. Therefore, take the temperature from the high temperature area and bring it to the low temperature area. This is the regulating the temperature. Taking the hormones, taking the enzymes. Therefore, this circulation system do many things for you. And keep and produce an environment for living you. Produce an environment for living the cells, which is the name of this system is homeostase. Homeostase is the system that brings the situation for you for life. That's why the blood vessel of each part of the body is very, very, very important. If the blood vessel happens, sometimes something happened to the blood vessel and damage or occlusion, that part of the body will die. You cannot do anything. For example, up to here, the blood vessel up to here is normal. Okay, from here it's broken. This part will die. These cells cannot say that please give me some RTP. I need RTP. I don't have RTP. I finished myself and I didn't give the blood vessel. My blood vessel is broken. I cannot give you anything to you. you have to get your blood ATP yourself, you have to get your ATP yourself. Everybody should produce his or her ATP by himself. Okay. Therefore, their need for the being life are energy and harm. You see that three essential factors for the production of the energy: fuel, oxygen to produce ATP. That this happens in the environment. The GI system produces the food delivery, respiratory oxygen delivery, and clearance is due to this one, and there is no ATP there in the lungs. And of the blood vessel. Blood vessel providing energy for each cell, distributing the different material among the cell, and participating in the hormones, transportation, pH regulation, temperature regulation, immunity, and body defense, and general keeping body cell homeostasis. Therefore, if I ask you what is the duty of the cell, all of these are the duty of the cell. Therefore, this system provides an immune and healthy and clean environment for that each cell can live all the whole life. Okay? Therefore, we have three different. You can take it. You can take it. Don't take it. You can take it. All of this. I will put it in the desktop, and you can take it. Okay. Therefore, again the question, again that this the blood track runs in the blood vessel by the motor of the heart, and this by the motor and distributes in all of the needs of the cell. Okay? The question is, where is the location of the heart in this very vast arteries and blood vessel? Where is the heart position?
Almost in the center.
It should be in the center.
No, let me tell you. I know that everybody knows here, but I want to ask a question for other reason. For this question, answering this question, let me go back to the circulating of the fish. Let's go to the circulation of the fish. A fish has a very simple circulation. Can we write down here?
Yeah.
Okay. Ventricle, this is a simple thing. This is a fish circulation. A very simple circulation. The fishes have No, no. The fish have one atrium, one ventricle. The ventricle pumps the blood to the jelly and goes from the jelly goes to the all of the body, and the way the GI gives the food to the recirculator, and again the kidney takes the garbage from this, the liver also they take the garbage, and there is a simple circulation. Too late. Simple circulation for the fish. But when fish comes out from the water, when the fish comes out, it becomes the birds and the mammalians, the life food system is changed. Because in the sea, all of them head, heart, body was in the one direction, horizontal direction, and there is no any pressure in the system. But when it comes out from the water and becomes mammalian, this changes, the chin is changed to what? Heart. To lung. And then when the blood pump into lung, from the lung should go to the all of the body. But there is not enough energy for going to the all of the body. What can we do? Because the blood which comes out from the lung doesn't have enough energy for all of the body. We have to go put another pump in there, okay? This is the logic decision. For logic decision, you need to pump it again. Yes? Therefore, put it another heart in this way. Therefore, you will turn it to the again another atrium, and this is the ventricle, and then goes to the all of the body. Then goes to the all of the body. Therefore, we have actually, we have how many hearts? Two separate hearts. We have two separate hearts. Come here. We have two hearts. But in our house, when we have the freezer, fridge, and we have the freezer, what do? We put one of them in the dining room, one of them in the sleeping room? No. We put both of them in the kitchen and put it in the one energy supply, okay? The God is done the same. Put two hearts beside each other and one with one power supply. What is the power supply on our head? SA node. SA node is the power supply. Therefore, there is no red pen.
You wanna?
I will bring.
Can I bring one for you?
If I give
From
you-
other classes.
That's why it's going to bring. You have?
Yeah,
Thank you. If you have your bags. Put these two hearts beside each other. You see that the blood goes out from the
Turn it.
left ventricle, right ventricle to the lung, to the left atrium, to the lung, return back to the left atrium, goes to the left ventricle to all of the body, and return back to the right atrium. You see, I put these two hearts beside each other. This red one is this one, this black one is this one. Blood goes out from the ventricle, right ventricle, to the lung, You see that to the left. From the lungs, return back to the left atrium. From the left atrium goes to the all of the body, and return back again to the right atrium. You see, it is the same. Therefore, our circulation is in continuous of each other. It is a series system. We have two hearts, which these two hearts is located in the series system. Let me see along the times. Okay. This is the fish circulation. You see that there is the atrium. This is the atrium of the fish. This is the ventricle. Goes to the GV and goes to all of the body and returns back to that same atrium. This is a simple circulation in the fish. But when it becomes in the mammalians and birds, it becomes two. We have actually two hearts. One heart. This is the right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. The blood comes to the body and comes to the left atrium, ventricle, goes to the lungs, returns back to the heart, and again goes to the heart of the body, returns to that. With this system, we have two kinds of circulation, two different kinds of circulation, which is in the parallel. This is the series system, located in the series. If we suppose that we have a 1 unit heart, the blood comes out from the heart to the lungs and return back to the heart, and blood comes out from the heart, goes to all of the body and return to the body. By this vision, we have two kinds of circulation: small circulation, heart, lungs, respiratory system, heart, and heart, whole body heart. The heart, whole body is big circulation. This one is small circulation. But in deep looking at them, these are two series of the system. They are located in the series. You can remember from your high school that when you was reading the physics, they would explain you to the electrical circuits.
Sure.
And these electrical circuits have four specifications.